good, YouTube? It's Rage Real. So in today's video, I want to bring you guys my favorite setups from this specific play in Trips tight end. So if you enjoyed this video, go drop a like on the video right now. Go ahead and sub and turn those post notifications on. So without wasting any more of you guys' time, let's go in and dive right into this video. So as far as personnel goes, it's completely up to you, but what I suggest you do is actually put your best receiver right here, and then I would say put your second best receiver right here. And I don't have it like that, but in the video you're gonna see why I say that. So I'm just running it just like this just because, but if you want to run this as efficiently as possible, make sure you have your best receiver here and then you have your second best receiver right here in this position. And also make sure you do have a fast running back. So I do have Travis Etienne Jr. here, so he actually has 92 speed, I believe, so that's gonna be perfectly fine for us. But if you don't have a fast running back, then don't worry, you can still use it. You just got to kind of set up a different variation. I'll get into that here in a second. So that's as far as personnel goes. Now the play that I'm talking about, as you guys seen in the thumbnail, is going to be this PA counter go, which is, I think, is actually one of the best plays in here. A lot of people think curl flats, but this year I don't really think so, and it's the only reason why is because the running back, it's not on a delay type of angle route. It's on a stock angle route, so it's not as good in my opinion. Well, I can say it's not as good. It's still good, but it's not as good as it was last year. But regardless, as far as defense goes, I'm gonna kind of show you against man. I'm gonna show you some cover 3. I'm gonna show you some cover 4 drop. Show you cover 2, and that's pretty much gonna be everything. And also, I'm gonna be showing you gameplay as well. So let's come out and let's do cover 3 lock. Now, since most people don't run cover 3, cover 3 lock. What I'm gonna do is just spy this guy right here, and I'm actually going to take this seam flat right here, and I'm gonna put him in a purple just so we can simulate cover 3 just like that. Because most of the time you're gonna see some style of variation like this where they'll use their, one of the linebackers or something. And so if they're playing a style like that, we're really gonna feast, honestly. So as far as the first setup I want to go into, so you want to take X, put him on a streak. You want to block your running back. And from here, I actually like to take square, motion them across, and put them on a drag route. So all you're doing here is just creating a nice little high-low read between the left and the right side. So if the user does not follow square, normally you want to throw that just about every single time. You can tell right there. You want to go ahead and take that drag route. So why am I telling you to take that drag route? Because you're going to gain at least 5-10 yards off that drag route. It's going to be one of the more aggravating things that you're going to be able to do to your opponent. So real quick, let's go back to cover 3 block, and I'm going to show you that also we know that crosser route is going to get wide open. Now, for those of you guys that might not know, yeah, that crosser route is going to be able to beat pretty much every single stock zone in Madden 22. So you have to play some type of man match, or you have to just man it up for you to kind of take it away, and still even man coverage doesn't do a great job. So I mean, it's just one of the best crossers in the game. We all know how good those crosser routes are, but I'm gonna show you how I like to utilize it. So look at circle. So in this particular one, we actually glitch out that cornerback right there, and it's potential one-play touchdown. But normally it's not always like that, but it's fairly consistent. So let me show you against cover 4 drop, and then we'll go into cover 2. Then we'll talk about man coverage. So here we go right here. Take X, put him on a streak, block our running back, motion him across. Now you can either put him on a drag or a slant, but I'm gonna get into why I like him on a slant and when I like to do that. So let's go ahead and snap the ball and kind of show you what's going on. So square is wide open, as you can tell. In circle, they actually do a pretty decent job on that. So in cover 4 drop, be very careful of throwing that ball, just because of this year they actually let that that quarter out there actually play that. So let me kind of show you that here. So what you want to read always is this right here. So it's always gonna be a high low. Normally the user will go and guard this route. I promise you, 10 out of 10 times that user is gonna go guard this route. Now, if they're playing a lot of cover 4 drop, don't worry. I have a great setup that'll just absolutely destroy cover 4 drop, where you just keep picking it apart. But you can tell this quarter actually does a really nice job of playing that. Now, they don't always play it that good. Please keep that in mind. This is J. Alexander, so he's actually gonna play it a little better. But normally they don't play it that good. But regardless, what you want to do is read this player right here, or whoever the flat defender is. So you see right here, he's staying up top. So that's going to mean we'll be able to throw down low. So if the user is not following this right here, then you're going to take that every time. And from the gameplay and from me using this play, the user does not want to go guard that drag route. I promise you, he does not want to go guard it, especially when you start mixing in these setups that I'm about to give you. So let's actually go back to cover 4 drop, and let's say for whatever reason they put a hard flat out there to play to cover that. So I do want to show you that triangle is a realistic read that you can make, and I'll be showing you that right now. So let's say we snap the ball, right? So we're reading. We see the cornerback drop out there. So look at triangle. We'll be able to get a nice little possession catch right there on the sideline, and that's why this play is honestly really good, because you can actually just mess with the user's mind. So last zone I'm gonna show you is cover 2. So let's take him, put him on a streak, take our receiver motion. Now if you want, you can keep the play action, I normally don't, but if you want to, you're more than welcome to. You can see, just do a little play action if you want, and then what you're gonna be able to tell is we'll have circle right there for an easy dot. And like I said, it's just, you know, it's really just a high-low read at that point. So man coverage, this is what I wanted to spend a little bit more time on. So let's say they're running man. So let's say they do, let's just go stock man for right now. Let's just go stock man. And let's say they put a quarterback spy, right? So let's say they play stock man, quarterback spy, or like this is their user to where they're just going to cover, you know, whatever they see in the middle, right? So what I like to do against man coverage is still put them on a streak, still like to block my running back. Now I like to take them and put them on a slant, actually. Did they do zig? Yeah. Take them and put them on a slant. And what you want to read, honestly, you have a three-way read. So triangle can get open, square can get open, and circle can get open. You can tell triangle actually really does a nice job. And normally they do not bump into each other like that. Normally the spacing is way better than I think I might have snapped it too early. No, actually it was good. So what happened? Okay, I'm not sure what happened, but normally the space is a lot better than I think if you snap the ball, you want to let them go all the way out so that way they don't run into each other. But regardless, this route right here is actually really great against man coverage, and I love throwing that read right there because when they're playing man coverage, the user is always going to go around with this crosser, always, unless they have a purple out there. And if they have a purple out there, then that's completely fine too, because if they don't have a purple on the other side, we're going to throw triangles out every single time. Because what most people do against Trips tight end is they'll play man. They might use this guy and they'll put him in a purple at like 25, and they'll throw him right here like this. And normally you'll get a defense where they use this right here. And if you put a backside slant, they'll normally just go run with that backside slant because more than likely they're expecting triangle to be on like a little flat route or something like that. So that's when I like to pull out this setup, and you'll have a lot of success using this one. So go ahead and take square, put them on a slant, block our running back, and then just go ahead and motion them across. Now, in practice mode, I'm not sure why they're bumping to each other like that. Well, the spacing, I don't know why the space is all messed up, but let's see if I can get you a good example of the spacing here. So you can tell triangle gets open. That's the kind of spacing that you're actually going to see right there. So let me quickly hop into replay. Then I'm going to show you some gameplay. Then I'm going to show you my other favorite setups I like out of this same formation. So this is the spacing that you'll normally have. So you motion them out. So look, the user's right here, right? So he has to either guard the slant or the crossing out. If you put the purple at the right depth, then he'll actually come guard this slant. So if you can picture the user right here, he'll come guard this slant. He'll be right here on it, right? And look what we have open. We have this right here wide open. So it's gonna force the user to have to put double purples. And if they put double purples, then later on in this scheme, you're gonna see we have a setup that we actually bomb over the top. Alright, so for my final setup I want to give you, it's a little cheeky one. So you want to take X, still put him on a streak, but this time you want to block your running back, right? But you want to motion him out. So when you motion him out, he actually comes on this little stock little curl play, well, a little hitch, but you can always do it too. So you can always press triangle R1 and then put him on a smoke screen. So it's gonna be the same exact thing. So you can either just motion, like block him and motion him out, or let's actually put him on a different route and see if we can bring him in the backfield. Or what you can do is actually put him on a swing route and motion him out. So to do that, you just press triangle R1 and then swing right, and then you just motion him out. Now, there's two different ways I like this. So okay, let me just give you the first setup. So for the first setup I like to take R1 and put him on a drag route like this. So what this is going to do, it gives us a nice left to right side read. So if the user ends up being on this linebacker and like he's playing on this side, then what I'm looking for is actually this drag route to corner route concept, well, out route concept. But if he's on this side right here, then what I'm looking for is this crosser route to streak combo to see if we can bust their coverage. So that's how I highly recommend you to do it. So let's go and set up our stop cover 3. We put him in a spy, we'll put him in a purple to simulate cover 3. And then let me show you why I like this. So just like the other read that I showed you, you always want to have that drag route. As you can tell right there, circle normally going to get open. Normally gets open against every single zone drop, but this is on all Madden, so not zone drop, excuse me, non-zone drop. But I'm on all Madden, so things are kind of tight a little bit. But you're going to be, when you're online playing all pro and everything, or even if all Madden, just sometimes practice mode, they do different things on practice mode. I wish I can, explain to you guys a little better, but practice mode just be on its own thing sometimes. But my other setup that I like for you guys that I wanted to give you too is if you wanted to just do it like this, where you just take R1, put him on a hitch, then you take triangle, put him on a hitch right here, take square, put him on an out route, your smart route is out route. So this right here is actually going to destroy any zone coverage. any of them. So let me just show you cover 3 real quick while we're right here. So let's take him, put him in a spy. Let's take our cornerback, put him in a purple to simulate just a stock cover 3. And so right here, what your read is going to be is just between triangle and circle and R1. So you're going to be looking for the user. So let me see if I can make this make sense for you guys. So if this is the user right here, he's already in trouble because he's going to have to play that crosser route. So if he does not play that crosser route, we're going to have triangle wide open, because what that out route is going to do is going to pull that purple defender, which is that safety, is going to pull him out, and that's going to leave triangle to be wide open. Now on this right side, it's a simple read too, because if they zone drop, we'll be hitting R1 all day. But if they don't zone drop, we'll actually have circle right over the top. So let me kind of show you so this can make sense to you. So watch how triangle, you see how triangle's going to get open right there? Maybe, you know, be able to get up the field, get a little extra yard. So that's one of my favorite reads right there. So let's go back to cover 3 and let's actually kind of speed it up a little bit. So let's go ahead and put him in a spy. Let's go ahead and take circle, put him in a purple right here. And now let me go ahead and show you this crosser route. So let's go ahead and take him, put him on a swing route, motion him out. And like I said, I want to put him on the hitch, so I'll just put him on a smoke screen like that. Take triangle, put him on the hitch. Take square, put him on the out route. You want to go ahead and smart route that out route. So now we're set up, and now let me just show you why I like this. So look at circle, as long as you don't get bumped, which he did, but either way it's going to be wide open. So you can tell we have 2 wide open reads. So that's why I said this play is just really, really dangerous. So let me show you cover 4 drop, and then after that I do want to show you man coverage, because cover 2 is going to be the same concept. I just want to hurry up and get this video moving along for you guys, so you guys can actually go take this and have fun with this. So take R1, put him on a hitch. Take triangle, put him on the hitch. Take square, put him on the out route, and then smart route that out route just like that. As you can see right here, we are in cover 4 drop. Let's actually go ahead and press. Let's base line and press to get our cornerbacks where they should be. Can y'all line up? There we go. So got them lined up correctly now. Now here we go. Go and snap the ball so I can show you. So look at triangle. You can tell triangle's open, and you also can tell sometimes you can pass lead that. But like I said, in practice mode, they're doing a really good job playing that. But real quick, I do want to hop into replay mode and just kind of show you why I said I like the setup regardless. Now, cover 4 drop does do pretty good, but there's ways to beat cover 4 drop, so don't think that, oh, the answer is just playing cover 4 drop against trip side A, because you will get dotted up, I promise you. It's just practice mode, they're really letting them guard it really, really well. As you can tell right here, we did have this on the sideline right here. They just didn't, they made me pass lead it up, as you can tell, but this is 1,000% open. You know, this is 1,000% a very realistic throw, but regardless of that, look what happens over here. So this is actually the curl flat defender. So you see how he gets a jam on him, and then the out route is going to pull him outwards, and that's going to create this natural gap right here. So if the user's on this linebacker, more than likely what he's going to do is kind of run with this and then come back and try to bait you. So we're just going to focus on this read. So we're going to focus on that high-low right here. So you see how we got a high-low created? And like I said, in normal circumstances, you will be able to throw that. You just got to be able to trust me, eh? Like you will be able to throw that. You won't get a bad pass lead like I got. But let's actually talk about cover 2. I said I wasn't going to talk about it, but let's talk about it. And after that, I'll show you man and then show you some gameplay, and I promise you that will be the video. So let's take R1. Put them on the smoke screen, take triangle, put them on a hitch, take square, put them on the out route, smart route that out route just like this. And what you're going to be able to notice is that we actually have triangle as well, and we have circle right there. So you can tell it's a two-way read. So anytime you have 2 reads wide open, you are going to feast. So quickly, I will show you cover 2 one more time, but I'll show you with the other setup that I gave you in case you forgot about that one. So with the other setup, you just take R1 and put them on a drag route, and you are always going to have this drag route open. I suggest you always hit it. As you can tell right here, I mean, that's just wide open. You're normally going to turn upfield and get about 10, 15 yards, and anytime you got a user chasing a drag route against trips tight end, I promise you're going to feast, because they're going to be so tired of you hitting that drag route, and if they try to call hard flats, we'll just throw it over the head. So last thing I want to show you is man coverage, and then we'll be getting into gameplay, and that will be the video. So let's go and take him, motion him out, and then versus man coverage, this is actually my favorite setup right here, and the reason why is because of that drag route. So if they actually, the other thing I like about motion out, you see this right here? If they're playing like risky defense where they put like double purples, or they're putting somebody like this, and you motion somebody out and you do not see somebody go with them, hurry up and put them on the street, spam it, snap the ball, throw that thing out there, and get a touchdown. I can't tell you how many touchdowns I got because of people not wanting to adjust fast enough to that. That's why I do like doing that, because they have to be ready for the adjustment for the running back going out, because they don't, for some reason, EA, they don't automatically make the player go out when they're in man coverage. As you can tell right here, they still don't. And what somebody's going to have to do is like baseline and all that. And normally you can actually quick snap them for like, you know, a little one-play touchdown or a really big game. Even if it's like this with that safety, a lot of times you can still throw that. You can tell right there, you can kind of pass, lead that possession, catch it, and you'll get you about a free 10 yards just off of that. So that's why I said I really just like to actually motion the running back out every now and again when I notice my opponent playing man coverage. But let's take and put him in a spy. But regardless of that, let's go and show you the other setup. So let's go and motion him out. Let's go ahead and put him on a drag. Now let's say they did make an adjustment, right? So let's say they base line, and then I don't know, base line again, and now you know their setup or whatever, and they maybe have him in like a purple, something like that, right? So this is when I like to do this setup. So what you're gonna notice most of the time, you're gonna have that running back open, but if not, you have circle open and you have triangle that you can still throw right there for an easy dot. But that's gonna wrap it up for this video. Do let me know if y'all like it whenever I do these like one play, but I show you multiple setups, because I'm a firm believer in that you don't really need like 7, 8, 9 different setups. You really don't. You really just need you about 3, 4 good setups that can work against different coverages, and you're gonna go out and win a lot of games. But let me know how you guys like these setups. But anyways, I hope you guys have a blessed day. I'm Rage Real, and I'm out.